Hello everybody in YouTube land and Facebook land. Welcome to our weekly Ask Michael Anything YouTube and Facebook Live. I'm Michael Sandler, host of Inspire Nation. I'm so glad you could join me here this evening. So usually Jessica Lee, my wife, is by my side helping to run these events. Tonight, however, she's in Aspen, Colorado. Actually, she was supposed to be back from Aspen, Colorado today, and instead is still out there. She ran into a little delay, aka missed her flight, and so I'm running this solo. So bear with me as I'm looking at this now and I'm trying to find the ticker. Okay, here we go. So this is an exercise in letting go of attachment. And I want to share with you all about her journey because it really is about law of attraction in action. With that said, there's also a certain element of humor from the universe here where maybe I'm being asked to learn how to step up to the plate, to be able to use these tools even better, or to run the lives solo. So hi David, hi Bria, thank you guys for joining us here this evening. I'm going to keep checking in, see what people's questions are. What I thought I would do first off actually, what I'd like to do is take a few deep breaths. So let's do that. Let's actually take 3 deep breaths, and if you notice my voice right now, you'll hear a massive octave change. Hi Lavi. After 3 deep breaths. And I always like to go in and out through the nose. So in and out. And in and out. And in and out. So before I do my interviews, and I do a daily interview on our Inspire Nation show, what I always do is I go through a few warm-up questions with my guest. I want to get them nice and relaxed. And between you and me, if the guest says, oh, I've already got this dialed, I've already got things taken care of, we can just dive right in, then I know I need to go extra slow to help them to calm down, to relax, so that I can be the bigger tuning fork to help bring us into alignment and carry us out into deeper, stiller waters. Then after I've gone through some questions, both to warm them up and also to make sure, for instance, their phone isn't on, and so that when I ask them, are you ready to shine bright, they don't go, huh? What? After that, I say what I'm going to do is I'm going to reset the recorders. And hi Palma, hi Pam. I'm going to reset the recorders, and we're going to take 2 nice, slow, deep breaths. And doing that, that's an ancient Hawaiian technique, going head to head, basically sharing the breath. Aloha means the breath of life, one of many definitions of going head to head and sharing the breath to sync up. And it also brings you into a calmer, deeper place. So what we did by taking 3 short breaths together is we helped sync up and get us into a calmer, quieter state, both so that you can appreciate this talk more and so that I can be more present to you since I'm running solo. I laugh whenever I say that. So with that said, Jessica's out in Aspen. She is, well, between you and me, she's on a path toward finding a home without finding a home. Not meaning she's not going to find a home, but meaning she's put things out there. I like to say she's taken a giant stone of attention and thrown it into the universe's pond of intention. And it's producing some big ripples, which are going to have some amazing results. So we decided many weeks ago that, actually she was, backing up real briefly, she was sick on Maui, mold toxicity poisoning. We got her healthy in New Jersey. We moved back down here to North Carolina. Too humid, the mold in the air has brought her down. Doesn't mean she's sick again, but she's really sensitive to the mold. And so we need to get her to a drier, higher climate. In fact, we had a guest, Dr. Ben Lynch, on the show a couple weeks ago saying you can almost not escape mold anywhere on earth unless you maybe go to the high Rockies of Colorado. Well, that's where we're going. And so we made that decision, and what we've been doing since we made that decision is we've been doing automatic writing about it, we've been journaling about it, we've been doing this practice that I call the Woohoo 8 of writing out 8 different categories in your life, what you want it to look like. And each day we've been doing our law of attraction work to help bring this about as part of a co-creation with the universe, meaning that we don't pretend to know best. So we put out there what our best ideas, what our best plan, what our best thought is for the universe, and then we let the universe decide. And that's really what this journey has been about. It's been about dreaming, writing out in great detail what the house looks like, what it feels like, looking out over the valley in front of us, seeing the mountain behind us, being able to leave work, go down the stairs, go outside, go right out onto the trails, grab the cross-country skis in the winter, go cross-country skiing, run up those mountains on our snowshoes, and the summertime, maybe even take the chairlift or the gondola up on top and go hiking up at 10, 11, 12,000 feet above this gorgeous valley below. So what we've been doing is we've been kind of role-playing in our writing, seeing ourselves writing the story of our future. The cool thing about writing the story of your future is the more detail, not specifics. I don't mean specifics as, well, the car that we're going to have is going to have 5 spokes per wheel and the steering wheel is... You could say things like that. But what I really mean is how it feels. Seeing it in really HD color and sound and smell and taste and texture and feeling in your heart of truly living the experience on paper and in your mind's eye helps to bring it about. So each day we've been writing it out in living color, what it looks like, what it feels like, how we're going to be there, what our lifestyle is like, conversations that we're going to even have while we're out there. We talk about all areas, all aspects of our life. What our health is going to be like when we're out there. What our time is going to be like. How much extra time we're going to have for ourselves being backed right up against the hills. What that's going to look like. What's that going to feel like. What our financial abundance is going to be like, because when your energy levels are up, when you're excited, when you're in a state of alignment, you draw into your life. So we've been writing about what that's going to feel like. What our spiritual practice is going to be like, kind of in John Denver's Rocky Mountain High, when we're more connected to the earth, rooted in the mountains, when we sit like mountain in our meditation, what that is going to feel like. What our abundance is going to be, what we're going to attract into our lives, what our fitness levels are going to be like, being able to run and play all day, every day. What the baby is going to be like that we intend on bringing about when we're in Colorado. What's she going to be like? Or potentially he, although we think he is second. What's that going to look like? So we write down about each area of our lives. Of course, we write down for our highest good and the highest good of all, or something better. We write it down each morning with our automatic writing. We write it down each evening before we go to bed, doing what I call our dream work. Now, dream work can be writing down what you would like, writing down in the morning what the dreams are that you had. In this case, it's programming your subconscious to go to work for you in your dreams ahead. If you're too tired to write your dreams down in the evening, you can simply kick back in your pillow, half awake, and you can dream your way into a better tomorrow. Go into a hypnagogic state, the half awake, half here, half not here state, by daydreaming of what you would like the future to look like. And as you dream about the future, and this huge grin just went over my face because I'm shocked, because I told her to go out and to play with the squirrels this evening, but Jessica is actually here for at least 5 minutes of the call. Woohoo! She makes my heart shine. She is so my equal. She is the right wing to my left wing to the right wing, and I truly fly with her and don't know if I could ever, nor would I want to ever even try to fly without her. So with that said, going back to this, in the evenings, you can dream your way into your future by daydreaming as you're going to sleep of what this looks like, of what this feels like. You can literally, I had a coaching client a few months ago, and he's an immigrant, and he was trying to find a way, and he didn't see how it was possible to live near the beach someplace. And so what we did is we went through an exercise with him. I'm picturing himself getting out of the car, walking to the beach, putting his feet in the sand, going, oh my God, I can't believe I'm here. I can't believe I made it to the beach. Looking around at, well, why not, the bikini girls or whomever he wants to look at, but just seeing all these people at the beach. He's so happy. He's so excited. There are the waves crashing before him and that emerald green, warm, tranquil water. Oh my God. And he goes up to the edge of the water and he feels the water over his toes. And he feels his toes in the water and the sensation as it laps his toes. He hears the waves breaking in front of him. He looks up and down the beach and he's absolutely dumbfounded. How did I get here? How does it get any better than this? How does it get any better than this? And he goes out into the water and he's got tears of joy as he can smell the surf, he can feel it on his thighs now, that warm water breaking over him. He can taste the salt in the air. He looks around 360 degrees. He hears the seagulls. He looks down and maybe he even sees a few fish swimming beneath him. He does this day after day after day, and he emailed me a few weeks back. He doesn't know how it took place, but he's now living in Miami. Woohoo! How does it get any better than this? How does it get any better than this? He manifested it by writing out the story of his life and living it in Technicolor, in HD, high def, day in, day out, and he brought it about. And so that's now what we're doing as well. The next piece of the puzzle, though, is allowing whatever is. So as we have Jessica here on the ticker tape, as I like to call it, that is so old school, on the chat window here. So I have had the fortune, I guess fortune is a good word, of watching her as a human pinball in Colorado. She gets there without knowing where she's going to go or what she's going to do, except that she does have a B&B rented and a vehicle, and she starts going to one destination, which carries her to the next, which carries her to the next, where it's Aspen. I believe it's going to be Aspen, 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 Aspen. And then Carbondale. I believe it's going to be Carbondale, Carbondale, Carbondale. and then back to Aspen, 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 Aspen. And now I think it might be Carbondale, Carbondale, Carbondale. There's a story about an airplane, and it's really old school airplanes, pre-GPS, that an airplane is off track 90% of the time, but yet it always still finds its way to the destination. It's continuously course correcting and course correcting and course correcting based on transponders to get to the destination. That's exactly what we're doing in life. However, unless you are a coach watching other people's lives, it's hard to see it yourself that you're bouncing from one place to the next, but you are on path. That's actually why we teach automatic writing. And the automatic writing program is to help you to be able to step back from your life and get that big picture perspective. So Jessica in each moment may be saying, I don't feel on path. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I don't know where I'm supposed to go. I feel like I am, quote unquote, off track. Nothing could be further from the truth. She's like a pinball in the machine heading towards the bottom, and no matter what she does, bing, 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 she's going to find her way to center. Or like a mogul skier who we see going down what's called a fall line. What's a fall line? The easiest path to get where you want to go. So you bounce from one mogul to the next, to the next, to the next, until you're through the finish line. That's what's been going on with her. The trick is, don't resist in these moments. You put it out there to the universe. You continue to put it out there on a daily basis. Don't be shocked or dismayed if what you get is not what you intend, especially immediately. It may in the long run actually be much better than you intend. That's the or something better. Whenever I do a prayer or whenever I do intention work, I pray for my highest good and the highest good of all. So I want it to be at the highest frequency possible to help the most people possible, or something better. Basically, or something even better. Saying universe, God, source, giant cheeseburger in the sky, the love that's within, intuition inside of me, whatever we want to call it. You probably know better than I do. I want this to be a co-creative process. If I believe it's Aspen, but you believe it's Glenwood Springs, I'm open. I'm not going to resist. I'm open, I'm open, I'm open. And that's what Jessica's doing there. She's being an empty vessel. She's being an open pathway for the universe to guide her through the door. And so it may seemingly be that she bounces one direction, wait, am I supposed to be over here? Bounces another direction, wait, am I supposed to be over here? But it continuously takes her down a path to that or something better. The trick is not to resist. When you bring resistance to wherever you're going, you cut off the flow, because resistance is acting out of fear. Intention work always, and I'd almost say only, works best when you're in a place of love, when you're in a place of high vibration, when you're in a place of passion and joy and inspiration in spirit. When you're in that place, you attract greatness into your life. When you're in a place of fear, oh please, it better be Aspen. If it's not Aspen, I don't know what I'm going to do. So if it's not Aspen, you better be clear, because I'm really concerned about this. Oh no, what if it's not Aspen? That clamps shut the universe's ability to give you Aspen or something better. If you go loving God, loving source, loving universe, loving intuition inside of me, you don't have to believe in anything outside of you. Just inner wisdom, guide me here. I am open, I am open, I am open. You drop the resistance, you increase the frequency, and you allow into your life anything that is possible. Basically, you attract miracles into your life by being open to possibilities. And so that's what Jessica's been doing. She's been an open vessel going there saying, I don't have the answers. I don't even know what the plan is. And though it feels uncomfortable for her, bounce, 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 she's been completely open to it. So last little bit, then I'm going to open it up to questions here, is today, I don't even understand how it happened. All I know is I called her when I thought she was going to be getting on the airplane, and she was at her favorite bakery in Aspen. So I assumed I had the time wrong for her flight. Fortunately, I'm not the one holding the tickets. She's like, oh my gosh, gotta run, gets to the airport, texts me or emails me and said, I missed my flight, the next one's tomorrow. Now, between you and me, I chuckled a little bit. I want her home. I want her home yesterday. Actually, truth be told, I want her home a week ago. It's been really, really challenging, and I miss her so much. But I also know that magic is in the works, that magic is always in the works, that if you stay in the flow, magic can't help but happen. And for some reason, that may become evident to us today. It may become evident to us tomorrow. It may become evident 10 or 20 years down the road. Her missing her flight, and I'll put missing in quotes, her missing her flight today was absolutely positively what was supposed to happen. However, she ended up off track, in quotes, off path, off time-wise, which is so out of character for Jessica, could only have happened because the universe gave her amnesia or foggy brain or did something funny so that she would still be there for her highest good, the highest good of all, or something better. So she's there after she finds out she can't fly out to tomorrow, and she's saying, do I get a rental car right away? Do I get a motel room right away? Looking into rental cars, we're not finding them. Motel rooms, there's like just a few left that aren't like 5-star Aspen expensive. And I said, let's go slow. I have no idea what's supposed to take place, but let's go slowly into whatever comes next and give the universe the opportunity to bring us the or something better. Now, I haven't heard the outcome of how any of this has gone. In fact, those of you who are in the chat room with her right now have more communication with her than I've had almost all day. But I am absolutely sure that by being open, by not resisting, and by allowing, the magic is taking place for her today and taking place for us by her being there without resistance for this next day. So I'm going to open it up in just a second here. I just want you to remember, put out your intentions, take your stone of attention and put it in the pond of intention with as much passion, with as much enthusiasm, with as much energy, with as much love, with as much resonance, with as much excitement, with as much not only emotion, but sound, sight, feeling, taste, touch, the works. Woohoo! Put that giant stone into the pond. Allow for whatever takes place to take place for your highest good, the highest good of all, or something better, and you will attract into your life whatever it is you desire or whatever is in your best interest. Remember, we are here on the School of Earth. We are all spiritual beings having a human experience because we are here to learn and to grow. So if you keep asking for a Maserati, 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 and you wonder why you keep getting a Volkswagen Beetle, or you say, I want to build this business, build this business, build this business, and the doors just keep shutting, realize it may not be for your highest good. There may be an or something better at works. And so just allow that. You want to take a flight out today, but the universe says, you're heading out tomorrow. Allow that and allow the or something better into your life. Woohoo! All right, with that said, I'm going to open it up to questions here. And I want to see, let's see if there's if there are any questions showing. It looks like my chat room might be stuck. It's asking me if I want to show or hide a question. So I'm going to show it and see if that opens things up. And so I want to see if we have any questions here. And if not, if there are no questions, so I'll say, hi Lavi, hi Alma, hi Ben, hi Small Wildflowers, hi Marvel Girl 100, hi Pam, hi Tracy, woohoo to everybody who's here. And hi Jessica. So Jessica, do you have any questions or anything to share? I don't see you on here anymore, so I wonder if you are out playing again, which was your orders. And if not, are there any questions for anybody? My chat room seems to be stuck, and so I'm hoping it appears again. Again, this is allowance for my highest good, for the highest good of all, or something better. But I noticed that no chats have appeared in the last 3 to 5 minutes. So I am not sure what that means. Can I attract? Okay, Ben Thatcher. Can I attract it back into my life, or should I just move on? How could I get so close to a life change but be denied this opportunity? Was there a glitch? Ben, there's no such thing as a glitch in the process. It may not have been your time. So when we started this show, Ben, we were thinking, and it has taken off tremendously, we thought it would be taking off at about 10 times the speed that it's taken off. And at first we're going, why isn't it? Why isn't it? Why isn't it? Until we realized we didn't have the foundation in place to be able to handle the increased traffic, the increased anything that would have taken place have we taken off at the 10x pace. Nor, most importantly, Ben, were we ready in our hearts? Were we knowing of who we are enough, there's some proper English, to be ready for whatever comes next? This doesn't mean that you're not in a perfect place right now. It just means that the universe brings us things in her time or its time, not in our time. You can think of The Secret and the elephant pooping in the living room. You know, if you manifest instantly, you might not be ready for it. I like to look at it as Everything happens in divine time, and there may be other pieces that needed to take place first before the time is right. This is, again, part of that allowance. What we don't want to do, Ben, and I want to stay in a place of love over fear. So if you've been doing the other, don't worry about it. We can fix it. Love is so much more powerful than fear. It's a 10x, seems to be a theme lately, a 10x emotion. So you go to love, and that takes care of any worries that you had in the past. But what we don't want to do is go, oh my God, this doesn't work, and then just shut off that pipeline. Instead, you go, wow, this works. I want it to work a little bit sooner than now, but it still works, and I'm still putting it out there. I'm going to stay in that place of love. As Matt Kahn loves to say, whatever arises, love that. So when you are quote unquote denied, whatever that looks like, love that, because it means that something is taking place for your highest good and the highest good of all. So, all right, beautiful question, Ben. Let's see. Jessica says she's walking around in circles. Yes, that's what she's been doing the last few days. I believe that's what she means, instead of being up on a mountaintop walking around in circles. But actually, I encourage her to get off of the line. Not that I don't love her here, but she's got a few more hours before sunset in Aspen. I want her out and playing. Marvel Girl, thank you for putting it in all caps so that I can see that you have a question. Marvel Girl, what is your question? Ground control horse shows. Thank you so much for being here. I send all my love your way as well. Jacqueline, I'll go with you first, and then Marvel Girl, since I see your question up here. How can I stick to doing things? Jacqueline, it is not about motivation. It is not about willpower. In fact, today's show was about willpower doesn't work. It's really about the environment that you use to set yourself up for success. So the two pieces of being able to stick with things is, first off, it has to resonate on a heart level. If you're not passionate about it, if you're not truly, Jessica saying she was confused by her GPS and literally walking around in circles. If you're not in passion, if you're not truly excited, if you're not in, quote, spirit, then you can bluff your way into something. It's how we all get into bad relationships. We get excited about the newness of a relationship, or to be honest, our hormones. So we get excited about that, then we get into relationship, then either our hormones calm down, or the initial passion and excitement wears off, and we go, holy crap, what have I got my hands on? That's what we also do to get ourselves in bad jobs and other situations. We get excited by the newness of it, and not what we've actually got our hands on. And then once that newness wears off, we're in trouble. And it's like, I don't know, being in a dream or seeing like Wile E. Coyote going off the cliff, and he doesn't realize he's off the edge of the cliff until all of a sudden he looks down, and then poof, and then he falls. And that's what happens with us. So you need to be in passion, in spirit, excited, or at the end of the day, sooner or later, the bubble bursts and you fall. The second thing is you need to structure your environment. Your environment means, what is your home set up for success? Is your routine set up for your success? Is your morning routine set up for success? Are the people around you encouraging and setting you up for success? Is everything about your beingness setting you up for success? Your routine in the morning, your routine in the evening, what you eat, what you do when, how you have things laid out at home. I'm not saying you have to be neurotic about it, but every piece of your environment matters. And micro habits matter the most. So for instance, for your morning routine, if you say, sometime today I'm going to journal, or sometime today I'm going to do automatic writing, your ship is sunk. If you say, every day I wake up, roll out of bed, crawl to my journal, sit for 5 minutes, and then write, then it's guaranteed to happen. You made a choice, first off, but then you knew, wake up, crawl to journal, meditate, write. Very simple linking of habits. If you know when you start your car in the morning, the first thing that you do is you go to the gym, then you don't have to worry about, will I get to the gym today? You can start your car half awake. Please wake up so that you drive safely. And you will automatically find yourself at the gym. In fact, yesterday's guest talked about he actually wakes up, crawls to the car, gets in the car, drives to the gym parking lot, pulls out his journal, meditates, goes into automatic writing, does his writing, does his intention work. Now he's awake. Then he goes into the gym and gets his workout in before he comes home, takes care of everybody else, and goes about his day. It's setting up his environment for success. So if you want to succeed, it's about setting up that environment. Your time environment, your people environment, your house environment, every piece of you, you want to resonate with bringing out the best in you. So thank you so much for your question, Jacqueline. We'll go on next. Greetings, Grace from Portugal. Okay, Clarissa, if you write down your question, we'll get to yours. Marvel, I don't see your question yet, so please put yours there. And Lavi, do you have any tips for having more energy and focus? Lavi, I'm going to go with the #1 simplest and most important tip in the world. Try harder. No. Please don't try harder. I'm so sorry I even said that. Please forgive me, Lavi. Sleep better. So many of our challenges can be taken care of if we get to bed earlier. We'll be clearer of mind, we'll be more centered, we'll be more grounded, we'll have greater focus. Now you may say, but I'm not an early night person, I'm a late night person. I come to life late at night. Well, Lavi, all of us come to life late at night. That's the challenge, is that we have this inner flame inside of us that cools down in the evening, which is why 6, 7, 8 o'clock, you start to get really sleepy. You feel really tired. 9 o'clock, you're really dragging, Lavi. Oh my God, I just want to get a few more things done before I go to bed. 10 o'clock, oh, I'm so, wait. I'm starting to wake up. The inner flame starts to come back up. You start to get warmer. So your body temperature goes down at night as you're getting ready for sleep. But then after 10 o'clock, that flame starts to come back up. You start to get awake. You start to get more alive. You feel like you can get things done. You feel like you can get anything done. And you've got the munchies! And so you're taking in stimulation from Facebook, from YouTube, from the movies, from whatever, from your phone calls, from your texts, from your food. And you are wide awake and you're an evening person now. No. Actually, what you've done is stolen the inner flame that rises back up after 10 o'clock, which is there to help clear out the RAM of your brain, to clean out the brain poop, to clean out the muscle poop, to clean out your whole system, including your gut, and to help you recover so that you wake up rested and refreshed and clear of mind and better of focus and clarity for the next day ahead. Instead, you've robbed yourself of that by using that flame for cleansing and instead using it for surfing or doing anything at night, even the greatest thing in the world. What happens is the later you go to bed, because that flame, you can get the same number of hours, and there's so much science to back this up. Let's say you get 8 hours of sleep and you go to bed at 9 o'clock versus you get 8 hours of sleep and you go to bed at midnight. You go to bed at 9, you get 8 hours, you're in sync with the natural cycle of the planet, you wake up, boom, woo, I have energy, I'm ready to go, woohoo. You go to bed at midnight, you get 8 hours of sleep, you wake up in the morning and, oh my God, what kind of truck hit me last night? You're exhausted because you're out of sync with the natural cycles of the planet and the natural cycles of your body. So the #1 thing I would do for greater energy, clarity, and focus is get to bed earlier. A very close second would be the electronics turned down and the lights dimmed at least an hour before bedtime. The sooner you can get that turned down, the more quality you're going to have in your evening sleep. You can certainly get a fitness tracking watch that will measure your sleep levels. Jessica's been having great fun with that. So have many of my other coaching clients. We're actually talking about maybe in the future that would be like a coaching requirement, is for people to get even the bare bones minimum. There's some real inexpensive one out there, sleep tracker watches. Because if you don't get a good night's sleep, then no matter what you do, it is hard to implement anything else because you're walking around half awake. And I don't mean that as a, why can't I will myself to be awake? You've just got this layer of fog that gets to be dealt with. So if you want great change in your life, even if it seems difficult to do, get yourself to bed earlier. Set alarms. Talk with your partner. Set yourself up for success. Do everything you can to get a nighttime routine. And that's the next program we're making. We made our automatic writing program, which you can get at inspirenationuniversity.com. We'll have out our morning magic routine program in about a month and a half. And then the next one will be your evening routine program, because your evening routine is truly the key to success in the daytime. So brilliant question. We'll go on to the next one here. Let's see what we have. Hi, Dean. A huge hello back to you in Hornsey, East Yorkshire in the UK. We so much want to visit the UK and Scotland and Ireland and all of the rolling hills and knolls and everything up there. I want to make that happen in the next year or so. I'm so excited to get to the UK and to go up north. Let's see. Greetings from Portugal. Hi, Grace. Let's see. Okay, we've got Lavi's question. And now Clarissa's question. I've been loving my new awakening, but I get really turned off by the concept of God, former very religious person. Think about the universe feels more loving. Do I need to accept the idea of God? No, Clarissa. You don't actually need to accept the concept of anything. Just go to the love that's in your heart. That takes care of everything. You can call it God. You can call it source. You can call it universe. I always joke, and it sounds so sacrilege, but I don't know how to put it. I call it the giant cheeseburger in the sky. Call it whatever you want. Just go to the feeling of love. We're all love. We came from love. We are love. We're going to return to love. You don't have to put a label. You don't have to put a beard on somebody. Just go to love. That takes care of everything. If you go, I don't even believe in love, well, then just go to that small, still voice inside of you that told you to turn the vehicle instead of get hit by the bus. The one that sticks your hair up on the back of the neck when you hear danger and you know to turn the other way. The one that says, don't trust this person, and so you decide not to make an arrangement or do something with them, and it turns out it's for your best interest. Go there. That's the only place you need to go to. Don't give it any label at all. You don't need to do that. Don't need to at all. Go to love, go to love, go to love. Alma. How can I be more patient and hopeful while I'm waiting for my manifestation in my dreams? Can be very depressing and painful. How do I be more encouraged? Alma, lots you can do in this time. You can do affirmation work. You can do emotion code work. You can do EFT work. You can do more intention work. You do more automatic writing work. You can do more letters to yourself work. You can find out what makes your heart shine inside or outside of the house and do that. It doesn't mean that you need to just sit back and wait and go, come on, universe. It's a two-step dance. Get in passion, get in alignment, do what makes your heart shine. You'll bring it about 10-fold faster, 100-fold faster. Work on yourself, work on yourself, work on yourself to bring your energy levels up to the highest level you can possibly do. So it doesn't mean you've got to kick back and wait, feeling like feel like my life is on hold. I've just got to stay here stuck until the universe decides I'm ready. Well, the trick is if you do that, the universe is never going to decide you're ready because it's looking for you to do more, something. It could be that you get to meditate more. It could be that you get to put yourself out there more. It could be that you get in better shape, or that you get to work on a routine, or write more, or paint more. Whatever that looks like to you that feels great. So Alma, I challenge you during this time to work on what feels good. Good God, one letter off. Why is that? Because that's what we're talking about, going back to the love. So go back to the love and it will bring it about even faster. The depression part, if you have depression, not a problem. Go to things like Emotion Code by Dr. Bradley Nelson. Do EFT tapping by Dr. Dawson Church. And one of the other beautiful guests that we had on the show, that if Jessica's still here, she may write it down, but hopefully she's off following her GPS and following her internal GPS and her heart right now. But there are lots of techniques that you can do to help shed that depression and get in alignment with your higher self. Get in alignment with your heart. Get in alignment with what you're most passionate about. If you say, but I'm not passionate about anything, then I want you to do a simple homework assignment for the next week, which is to write out 5 things a day that you like to do, 5 things a day that you're good at. If you do that each day for the next 7 days, you will figure out some of your passions and direction to go in. Okay, next question. So brilliant question, Alma. Kelly, any tips on letting go of resistance? Kelly, practice. Practice is the best thing that we can do. And another thing that you can do, so practice first off, because letting go of resistance is really training a muscle. I'm going to slow down. I notice I'm speaking a little bit too fast now, so I'm going to go take a couple breaths. I encourage you to do the same. Kelly, I just let go of some resistance. Go to the breath as well. Go to the breath, go to the breath, go to the breath. And go to prayer too. It can be prayer to your inner self, to your inner team, to your higher wisdom, to God, to Source, to Universe. But go to prayer. Hey, I'm feeling a lot of resistance. Can you help me with this? Can you help me to overcome this? I surrender. Can you help me to get through this? That's one of the things I've been doing a lot since Jessica went away. It's fascinating. So she went away on January 1st for another trip. And on January 2nd, my back and neck and shoulders started to really hurt me. And I did a lot of automatic writing and journaling on it. And I found that it wasn't fear or anxiety. It was a feeling of having a heavy burden on me. And so I did a lot of physical things on top of journaling to work on that. And boy, it has been a great gift for me getting into much better health now. But then since she left last week, the back, shoulders, and neck started getting sore again. Boom, right away. And so what I did this time is I continued to go to my writing, go to my automatic writing, go to my journaling, doing even more techniques to work on my back. But I also said, I give it to you, God. I give it to you, I give it to you. And if the word God doesn't work for you, I give it to you, Universe. I give it to you, Universe. I surrender this. I give this to you. I can't do this to myself. I give you this burden. I give you this burden. And by doing that, oh my God, do I feel better. I've basically offloaded the burden from my shoulders, put it on to love, put it to higher power, put it to Source, but got it the heck off of me, and I feel so, so much better. So you can do this too. Offload your resistance to a higher power or to an inner power or to love, Source, whatever you want to call it. So, so thank you so much for that question, Callie. Lavi, so true. I go to bed real late at night. Now I know I am tired. So awesome, 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 Lavi. We know what you get to do next. Nina, so glad you're appreciating the podcast. Chelsea, lead with your heart. Couldn't agree more. Woohoo! So let's see if we've got any more questions here, because I plan on wrapping it up just a little bit early tonight, since one of the things that I'm becoming more aware of, particularly with Jessica gone, gone, such a strange term. She'll be back tomorrow. With Jessica manifesting our future, there's a better way to put it, is I've been watching very carefully my energy levels. So I'm a real morning person, and again, we can throw out labels, but I've trained myself to be a real morning person because my whole life changed when I started getting up earlier. All of my success is due in part to getting up earlier. But I've noticed that my energy levels have been way down over the last week. Just the stress, the quote burden, my perception of things, it's been harder to get things done. So I've been extra kind, gentle, easy, good, and loving to myself during this time. I'm trying to accept whatever is without resistance, without pushing against the doors, without trying to get all of my workouts in, or all of my morning routine, or all of my anything in. Instead, I've said, it is as it is, and it's perfect just the way it is. So, if I sleep a little bit late, great. If I don't get to the gym this morning, I know once she's back, I'll get to the gym. That's part of my routine, and I love it. So great. Whatever it is, I'm just allowing things to be just as they are. Life, among other things, really is a lesson in how loving and kind we can be to ourselves first, and then to everybody else around us. If you can learn how to be incredibly kind and loving to yourself, everything changes. Because when you're in a place of love, kindness, and compassion to yourself, your energy levels are up through the roof. You're softer, you're gentler, you're more approachable, you're more attractive to people. Doesn't mean that you can't be strong, doesn't mean that you can't be manly. But when you are loving to yourself, or a strong woman for that matter, or a strong whatever beautiful being that you are, but when you love yourself, magic happens. When you take care of yourself at the highest level, when you put the oxygen mask on you first, there's almost nothing you can't attract into your life. Of course, if it's for your highest good and the highest good of all. Because at the end of the day, you came from love. You are love, and you're going back to love. So if you get yourself in the frequency and vibration of love, there's nothing you can't do, be, or accomplish if it's on path with what your mission is for this lifetime and what you're here to learn. So I'm going to wrap things up with that. I want to thank you guys so much for joining us here this evening. Tracy's swooping in with a last minute question. Let's see if I can take one more. I was in the wow, this is a long question. So what am I trying to do? I will leave it here at that. Tracy, I am so happy that we were able to help you find your sweet spot. Everybody, if you can do one thing on top of getting to sleep a little bit earlier, and I recommend alarms, don't go this without some, this is part of your creating your environment. Set alarms to help you get to bed. I joke with my clients, I say set a 9 o'clock alarm saying it's time to get ready for bed, a 9:30 alarm that say, so a 9 o'clock alarm saying you got to be in bed by 10, a 9:30 alarm that says it's almost time to get to bed, and a 9:45 alarm that says, why aren't you in bed yet? Build your environment for your success. And then last, go to the breath. I challenge you to set an alarm right now for 3 times for tomorrow. I call it the 3x3. You could set it for, say, 9 o'clock, noon o'clock, that's funny, 3 o'clock, to take 3 minutes 3 times a day and just go to the breath. If you don't have 3 minutes, that's okay too. Although I challenge you, the old Buddhist Zen koan goes, if you don't have time to meditate, you must meditate twice as long. With that said, if you really truly do not have 3 minutes to meditate, go to 3 breaths 3 times a day. Put your hands over your heart. Breathe in. And out. And in. And out. And in. And out. Thank you so much for joining us here this evening. If you love our shows, if you love these lives, come help support the show. We are 100% supported by you, our audience. Come on over to patreon.com, patreon.com/InspireNation. Again, it's patreon.com/InspireNation. Become a part of the Inspire Nation family. Get yourself a Backstage pass. I have a daily wow, or 3 to 5 minutes daily words of wisdom on video each and every day. We have raffles, prizes, behind the scenes videos, occasional videos with Jessica and myself when I can get her on camera. We have meditations, we have binaural beat music, so much more. So come join us, become a part of the Inspire Nation family. And you can also get the automatic writing program at inspirenationuniversity.com. Again, that's inspirenationuniversity.com. So dive into the automatic writing experience. It can truly change your life. I send all the love in the world your way from myself, from Jessica, from our kitty cats. I send love, I send love, I send love. So be well, and above and beyond all else, shine bright. Woohoo! Love you guys.